The Fairey Swordfish was a torpedo bomber that was an instrumental part of the Royal Navy's Fleet Air Arm during the Second World War. This aircraft had a rather distinct and somewhat archaic appearance, especially compared to other aircraft of the same period, due to its biplane configuration. The Swordfish had a fabric-covered metal airframe, which gave it a lighter weight than an all-metal design. It was powered by a single Bristol Pegasus radial engine, which provided enough power for its role, although it was not particularly fast with a maximum speed of just 143 miles per hour, 230 kilometers per hour. Its range was 624 miles, or 1,000 kilometers, and it had a service ceiling of 19,000 feet, or 5,800 meters. The Swordfish entered service in the mid-1930s, at a time when the biplane design was already becoming obsolete. However, what made this aircraft remarkable was its versatility and ruggedness. It was typically armed with a 112-pound Mark 12 torpedo, or more rarely a pair of 20mm Hispano Mk2 cannons. It could also carry a variety of bombs and depth charges. The Swordfish had a crew of two, a pilot and an observer gunner, the pilot having control of a .303 Browning machine gun in the nose, and the observer using a .303 Vickers Class K machine gun in the rear cockpit. One of the most celebrated exploits of the Swordfish was during the Battle of Taranto in 1940. A group of Swordfish aircraft, launched from the aircraft carrier HMS Illustrious, conducted a nighttime torpedo attack on the Italian fleet at Taranto harbour. This action inflicted significant damage on the Italian Navy and is considered one of the first demonstrations of the effectiveness of carrier-based aircraft in naval warfare. Another well-known mission in which the Swordfish played a crucial role was the hunt for the German battleship Bismarck in May 1941. Despite poor weather conditions and heavy anti-aircraft fire, Swordfish aircraft launched from HMS Ark Royal succeeded in hitting the Bismarck with a torpedo, damaging its rudder. This hampered the battleship's manoeuvrability and ultimately led to its destruction by British naval forces. Although the Swordfish was slower and more vulnerable than contemporary monoplane aircraft, it was highly manoeuvrable, which was an advantage in some combat situations. Moreover, its slower speed allowed it to fly in weather conditions that were unsuitable for faster aircraft. Its rugged construction also meant that it could take a considerable amount of damage and still remain operational. As the war progressed, the Swordfish began to be phased out in favor of more modern aircraft, but it remained in service in various roles until the end of the war. Some were adapted for anti-submarine warfare, and others were used for training purposes. The Swordfish was an aircraft that, despite its seemingly outdated design, proved to be exceptionally effective and versatile in a variety of roles during World War II. Its achievements during the Battle of Taranto and the hunt for the Bismarck are especially notable, and have ensured its place in military aviation history.